experiencing this, whether it's in the workplace, at home, just in your personal life, within your relationships, if you have a kid, if you don't have a kid, every single human has dealt with bullying on some level at one point or another without you realizing it or with you realizing it. And one thing that I can say, taking the victim hat off enough to completely detach yourself and look from a bird's eye view at the situation and recognizing that you have more power than you think that you do, and changing how you're seeing the circumstancing and the role that you are playing within the bullying, within the, I will say, within the circumstance, within the trauma. Because, like I said, when you were dealing with bullying, we're dealing with individuals that, to me, I'm not a psychologist. I will say that I'm not a doctor or anything like that. People are dealing with PTSD. Hey, everyone, and welcome to the topic section. I've heard from you guys. We have talked, we've had amazing time, and I told you I will start bringing experts onto the show to have some amazing conversations. And today I am met with Malcolm, the anti-bullying comedian. Comedian, y'all. He has the jokes, and I'm loving it. He is a beacon of hope and laughter for those navigating challenges during bullying. He's also an award-winning international, he global, y'all, speaker, actor, and comedian. Malcolm's unique approach combines humor with impactful insights, offering guidance to parents, teachers, and students. His work not only entertains, but also educates and empowers individuals to overcome the effects of bullying. Malcolm, can you introduce yourself to the audience besides, all of what I read for your bio?
Okay. I'm bad, y'all. I'm like Michael Jackson. I'm bad. I'm bad. Um, introduce myself. So let's see. Um, oh, hey, funny thing, interesting topic about me, or interesting thing that happened. I was born on stage, literally. I was born in the back seat of a very tiny sports car while my entire neighborhood looked on and saw me being born. And then my dad lifted me up and he said, Malcolm is great. He was born and conceived in the same place.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm having a home moment. If you're listening to this only and you don't see my reaction, I'm doing my best to keep my. I was like, maybe he was actually born on the stage. That's hilarious, and I love it, and I'm for it. And y'all, he already has the jokes. Like I'm just so here for it. I love laughter. And something that really struck me when I saw you as a person to actually have a conversation with was
Mhm.
the fact that you are all about anti-bullying, which I am too. I'm a protector. I'm a protector. I'm just like, what we're not going to do is this. What we're not going to do is this. So my question to you is, can you elaborate on how you can find humor to be able to educate about anti-bullying?
Well, see, I don't look at it. My humor comes out because I'm just born with humor. But I look at laughter. See, laughter is very fundamental to me. Laughter has saved my life a couple of times. And laughter, there's a difference between humor and comedy and laughter. A lot of people think laughter, the first thing they think about is humor or comedy. Well, humor, as in jokes, or something made up, something we've created to elicit laughter, is different from laughter, just laughing for the sake of laughing. Um, Laughing is so beneficial. And so if we there are just so many physiological and emotional and benefits to laughter, too many to go into right now. But if we practice that every day, just have a session to just laugh. You don't need something funny to laugh at. Just laugh. In the morning, get up, just laugh. Ha 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 ha. Just do that every day. Then eventually that right there, just that one simple action will be enough to bring a different, brighter outlook in your life. And especially when it comes to bullying or anything very, very stressful like that, that goes a long way.
I love that you took the time to put here. I'm trying to here. I'm about to use all my big words, and I was like, Sharente, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, because I want to make sure everyone can understand this. I love
Mm.
that you pointed out the differences between laughter, humor, and being a comedian, because a lot of people think it's all in the same. It's
Mm.
just everything is together, and you're like, no, each thing has something unique within it that
Mhm.
deserves to also be recognized. And at the exact same time, what I've realized, especially when it comes to bullying, and it happens in my comment section a lot, depending on how bad it is, I will take the time to one, block certain keywords so it's not automatically available, because I don't want someone to be in my comment section and get upset and triggered. And then their inner bully, because we all have bullies within us, comes out to try to defend themselves and or others or my defense. Like, they've said some things and I'm just like, yeah, I can't believe this. But that needs to get deleted or it needs to get reported, because I've had it where people have told me to end my life. And I'm like, been there, done that, try to do that 3 times, and I'm good. I love life. I'm straight. But apparently you're not, because you're in a dark place to think that this is okay to say to somebody else. So
Right.
my question is, I know I'm gonna be a very compassionate person. How can those that are compassionate also help the bully from a distance, of course? Um, just to like to block that negativity coming their way. How can they do that? Because they're in their feelings a lot.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay. So the very, very first thing to do is to change the mindset. Instead of see, one of the biggest problems with looking at bullies, both in whether it be in the schools or whether it be in the workplace, wherever it is, we look at bullies as sort of on the same level, almost. Well, not level, but in the with the same lens. We look at them with the same lens as we do someone who has violated the law. Like, you know, these are bad people. But see, the thing about bullies is bullies are victims. Bullies are victims. I personally, okay, I was a I had a very emotional, emotionally unstable childhood and family atmosphere. And I incorporated my inner bully. So I bullied myself, right? I've bullied myself my entire life because of that. And I am the victim I have much more story to tell you about me, but I'll just stick with this. I'm a victim and I'm a bully. So, to answer your question, the very first step that anyone with any kind of compassion or empathy takes is they recognize this bully as a victim. This bully is someone who has lost control, someone who feels they just feel out of control. They feel like they need something, and unfortunately, they don't have the emotional wherewithal to be able to handle that correctly. So empathize with them from that level. That's the first thing. Um, the second thing is gratitude, to take a stance with gratitude. I have a whole method. My method is the GEL method. GEL stands for gratitude, exercise, and laughter. So gratitude, and if we develop a stance of gratitude in our lives, um, then this is how we can better empathize and change the behavior, or yeah, direct the behavior of the bully, either from afar or from close, to a more compassionate, loving, friendly way of dealing with things.
I love that. So something that I like to do, y'all, when it's someone's giving me like gems for days, I write it down. So I wrote a couple of things down because what I heard you say is that the person it has experienced something which was a traumatic experience, and as a way to cope, they are actively, without them realizing, choosing to figure out one way to express themselves because they want to scream about the circumstance and they don't know how to express what happened in a
Mhm.
way that others can understand and receive well. In addition to that, they may not have any outlets that are safe where they can say, "Hey, I need to plug in with you because I'm having a moment and like I don't know what's happening and I just want this moment to stop." Because I have internalized my bullying on myself. That's why people are like, "Oh, you're so strong." I'm like, I'm still working on that inner part of me, my inner judger. I'm still working on her. Uh, and I can be honest and say that when I judge myself, I realize that I'm also judging others because my lens is tailored on judgment in that moment. And something that I can also say is that I had to realize that yes, I can acknowledge that I have moments where I am the victim, but I choose to also acknowledge that I am a person. I have moments. I want to express myself. I want to be seen. I want to feel heard. I want to feel appreciated. And sometimes that will take me to figuring out a way that I can easily cope, from painting to doing poetry to journaling to reading a book, because that's going to help me take my mind away. And then I can see within the book how the character developed. Because if they're a really good writer, the character develops, they learn something. You're like,
Mhm.
and I will say is that I love what you said, and I love acronyms. So I'm like jail, I'm on jail with it. Okay. Like gratitude, exercise, and laughter. I absolutely love it. So, my question to you is, there's a lot of teachers quitting right now
Mhm.
because they're dealing with a lot of bullying. like a lot. And the school is not doing anything to allow them to help the child at all. So my question is, what can educators do? Like, yes, they can quit, but they might not want to quit. They might want to actually stay and help. How can they help their school, help them, help the child that has experienced something super traumatic and they're needing ways to express themselves in a healthy manner?
Well, the first thing, um, I personally I work with the educators, so well, like with the school superintendents or principals and whatnot. So I try to work from the higher level down, to affect it that way. But what teachers can do, which is, I mean, they can try that. Um, Going, to the principal and bringing these things up and bringing these things up with their board of directors, everything, board of education, I mean. But what they can do very simply is within their classroom, they can start this and they can recruit other teachers too. And what I mean by starting this, I didn't really define that. They can start using the gel method. They can start talking about our bringing up and having their students do gratitude exercises. They can have their students have a gratitude jar where their students say every day, right? Take 5 minutes at the beginning of the session and write one thing that you're grateful for, and then let's stick it in this jar. And then at the end of the school year, we'll read all of them. You know, um, laughter exercises, which is something else that I do. So just finding different ways of laughing, um, different exercises. One exercise that I love to teach is the elevator laughter. So you can also do this physically as well. You're starting at the bottom, your hand is level. So uh you can't see me there. Ho 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 ho, ha 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 ha, hey hey hey, hee 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 hee. So your laughter is just changing as you go higher, and you can go down, and your voice follows your hand that way. So just incorporating those exercises and then recruiting other teachers and other classes to join and do that same sort of thing, that right there goes a long way. That's something very easily that teachers can do.
I just want to thank you so much. And I don't want to wrap up because I want to have like three, I swear I have like 360 million more questions, y'all. Like I have so many questions because I know you guys are currently experiencing this, whether it's in the workplace, at home, just in your personal life, within your relationships. If you have a kid, if you don't have a kid, every single human has dealt with bullying on some level at one point or another without you realizing it or with you realizing it. And one thing that I can say, taking the victim hat off enough to completely detach yourself and look from a bird's eye view at the situation and recognizing that you have more power than you think that you do, and changing how you're seeing the circumstancing and the role that you are playing within the bullying, within the, I will say, within the circumstance, within the trauma. Because, like I said, when you were dealing with bullying, we're dealing with individuals that, to me, I'm not a psychologist. I will say that I'm not a doctor or anything like that. People are dealing with PTSD. They're walking around dealing with PTSD and they don't know what to do. And there's no one is addressing the fact that everyone's walking around with post-traumatic stress disorder, like every single person, because we have all experienced trauma. Trauma can be getting in an accident, losing a job, losing a loved one. Okay, it can, it can even be, I will say, it can actually be abuse. Like it, there's so many different like things that are traumatic in life that like that's why I just want you guys to realize you are more powerful than you realize. And I'm gonna start here, I'm gonna start gelling it. Okay, using the gel method because I love venting gratitude. And something that I can say, even if the laugh feels inauthentic, it will sound so funny to you that an authentic laugh will come through. Um, Go ahead.
Well, that's yeah, real quick. That's something about the brain and the brain chemistry. So the brain can, I mean, you still get the same physiological effects from a genuine laughter, say watching a funny movie or a comedian, or just laughing artificially. You still get the same physiological and sometimes even emotional benefits from that, because just like you said, an artificial laughter can eventually become a genuine laughter.
Oh yeah. Here we go. As we say, where your direction here, where your focus is, it will your energy will eventually flow there and it will be more authentic.
Yeah.
Because something that I love is I love the fact that you said at the beginning, wake up and laugh on purpose. So many of us wait to go see a comedian or to
Mhm.
see something or to hear a joke and then do laughter. Actively choose laughter. Because when you actively choose laughter, you're also actively choosing excitement. You're actively choosing joy. You're actively making yourself happy. And it's not just about what happens to you, but it's what's for you. And I just love you. I just need you to know that, Malcolm. I just want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for coming on and spreading this positivity, this education, and y'all, we have to move to the topic section. Malcolm, where can people find you?
Malcolm Grissom. So Malcolm, like Malcolm X. Grissom is Grissom, like Gus Grissom. Any astronaut fans out there? Hmm? So malcolmgrissom.com. That's my website, and you can contact me personally at malcolm@malcolmgrissom.com.
I just want to thank you so much for coming on. Like I said, sharing your light. Everything that he just mentioned is in the description below, y'all. So check him out. Reach out if you are an educator and you need the support that Malcolm can provide. He is here to share the light. He's here to help you be lighter, feel lighter, look lighter, and all the in betweens. And what I mean by that is there's a glow about you because laughter brings a glow about you. At least that's what I've noticed. When people laugh more, they're just glowing. And you're like, this is not a
Mhm.
pregnancy glow. This is just, they're naturally just glowing. This is amazing.
Yep,
Laughter is healing. It is amazing. And I just want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
yep, yep.